Can y'all hear us now? Now y'all can hear
Testing,
us.
testing. One, two,
Great.
three. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, let
Oh,
me
there
pull
is
the
one
music.
viewer.
Crazy. Someone watching my stream.
Exactly.
Perish the thought.
Dude, I just got up. Wait, dude, I just got up and see this. God send, I say.
Your stomach just did the most insane growl. It was like for 10 seconds straight.
Is it that long?
The entire time you were reading that message. So for those who weren't here when I was streaming with my brother, this is my actual brother, Trevor. People in my chat started calling him Trimdoor, so that's why I put that in the title. But it's my actual brother, and he's here, so we're streaming together.
Yeah, yeah. It's his last stream before going to college. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
He's got a birthday blast.
Yeah, I've been planning that for a little bit. It'll be fun.
Possibly 2 more if I can get you to do a Roller Coaster Tycoon send off.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe on the 16th. Are you free?
Yeah. Don't make me laugh, old boy.
So for context, Scooby-Doo is mine and my brother's shared special interest. It's been a special interest of ours for literally years. Oh my god!
I'm also anti-furry.
Not him again!
Welcome to the club!
No, if it's the same person, he was in an art stream I was doing, and like, and Muffin was like writing fan fiction about him in the chat. It was giving me a little bit of a laugh, but also he just kept doing the most bizarre things.
I'm going to eat Bill Cipher. Isn't that from? Don't tell me. Isn't that a character from Gravity Falls?
Correct. Congratulations.
Oh yikes! We got a couple of trolls in this chat.
Why is Bill Cipher trending? Also, I have no idea.
Yes, William. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
So yeah, Scooby-Doo is our shared special interest, and we were like, let's rank all the movies. As you can see, our categories are Peak Fiction, Eco-Goth Approved. These are all references to Scooby-Doo, by the way. If you don't get it, that's on you. Go watch every Scooby-Doo movie.
But it is gonna be the same idea, like the red is
S A B C D F, and then never seen.
Yeah.
I think it was Sam. It was hilarious. It was funny just because of the absurdity. He kept saying like,
"Wait, who's Sam?"
Insane. I think good. I don't know what that means. But he just kept saying the most insane stuff. He'd be like, "I'm not gay. I hate gay people. Guys, I think I like men."
A new Gravity Falls book released recently, so that's probably why.
Oh, huh. They made a new book. Good for them. I'm kind of shocked. Well, part of me is like, I'm shocked that they didn't do a 3rd season at some point for Disney Plus, but also Alex Hirsch has been like vocally like, I hate Disney for a while.
He's a creator, so. Didn't you own a book?
I owned the 3rd journal.
But there were no other journals, correct?
In the show there were, but I don't think they released other journals. Bill Cipher is popular because of the Book of Bill that recently released. Okay. I saw he was trending again. I kept seeing stuff about him, so I was like, something's gotta be going on. I love that as I'm about to be like, alright, let's start, you pull out your phone.
I just want to look that up really quick.
We're live. We're on live television right now.
Yeah, you are
and you pull out your phone?
You were really into that show for a while. Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's because I was a neurodivergent gay child. We all were into it at one point.
I'll never forget watching it when we were in Tennessee one year, but...
I remember that too, the Halloween episode.
Well, I just remember watching the one... I Miss My Bestie Muffin. Don't we all?
Before we were streaming, Trevor was literally like, it's a shame half your viewership is in school right now.
Well, I guess like these three aren't.
Or maybe they are. I would watch a live stream
Oh
from school.
yeah, I guess they could.
No, I don't think the way I went through school is what I want to be sending
To people gay.
That's the shit they were doing.
Yeah, it is pretty gay. Alright, but
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo is not gay, I can tell you that much.
Except for when it is, which is a surprising amount of the time.
Alright, let's start, guys. Just before we start, actually, does anybody have any actual emotional connection to Scooby-Doo as we do?
See, Trevor,
in the chat?
I don't think anyone is as insane.
I'm not saying they should be as insane as us, but like, are they? I mean, there's like there are a billion in here.
Yeah, I feel like everyone, has the Scooby-Doo movies that they grew up with.
Or how about this? Can everybody like list their like favorite Scooby-Doo movie by any chance? Just gonna throw that out.
Go off and chat while we do this. We can go back and forth.
Nope. He comes onto a video title. What's the title of this? I assume it has something to do with Scooby-Doo.
It was ranking every Scooby-Doo title. Not really, but it's fun to observe.
Not really, but it's fun to observe.
Okay, well, spoiler warning for every Scooby-Doo movie, basically.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you don't want to watch them, but you want to know a little bit about them, some people edge the Scooby-Doo. I'm sure somebody does.
I like that they capitalize people, too. Some people edge to Scooby-Doo.
This will pretty much, catch you up with Scooby-Doo lore outside of the TV shows.
I've never watched Scooby-Doo, not gonna lie.
But, just out of curiosity, what were you thinking when you pressed on in this video?
Part of me is like, you're not missing out on much, but like, there are a couple movies I would.
I mean, if you ever watched even a single episode, you're pretty much caught up.
The premise is 5 groovy teenagers catch an evil man in a mask. That's basically.
That's like 98% of the episodes.
And movies.
There's a few episodes where the monsters are real, and we'll talk about a few of those. But
I'll get into that. We base off the rule, not the exception to the rule.
Oh, the only one I really watched several times was the one where they were at the school with the child ghouls and monsters.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's one of Ethan's favorite ones.
Trevor's a little more middling on that. Well, we'll get to it. It's in the ranking. Okay. Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King.
Okay.
Okay. What a real banger to start out with.
I mean, it's memorable for sure, but it's not for all the right reasons.
It's memorable because like, the feeling that me and you get when we watch Labyrinth and we don't know what the fuck is going on at any given point. That's how I feel.
Let me
watching
look
the
up
Goblin
King just to see if there's any fun little tidbits.
There was random, like, 3D animation in it. It kept throwing me off.
The monster guy was kind of cool looking, I guess.
The premise was that there was a fairy, and then there was a goblin that hated the fairy, and then Shaggy and Scooby had to go to, like, Magic Monster Land in the real-ass magic world.
But
my birthday is until the 18th. I made that post to promote a live stream that I'm doing on my birthday. But thank you.
4 more days.
4 more days.
I'm trying to think of anything I could even...
Stalin is short. Is that
Tim Curry? Tim Curry apparently was in it as...
What an unfortunate casting role when he could be doing.
He
so
played
much
the
better.
Goblin King, which I don't even remember his voice. Tim Curry, Ben Raven's himself.
I feel like I would need to rewatch this movie because I feel like so much happened that I couldn't absorb anything. You know what I mean?
Jay Leno was the pumpkin guy.
I think they made like an actual reference to that. So that makes sense.
Trying to see anything else. Jim Belushi, who's kind of famous with somebody. This guy, who I don't think you have a ton of connections to, but he was in Jurassic Park, and he was also in Seinfeld.
Okay, here's the thing. Like I said, I think I would have to rewatch this movie because all I remember is that I could not begin to understand a single thing that was going on in this movie.
I would probably put it in what is
Myth?
that, D tier?
Morgan Moonscar did not die for this.
Yeah, I would put it in D tier. Morgan Moonscar would not die for this because.
Imagine pitching this movie.
But it may be
The
subject
gang gets kidnapped by the Goblin King, who's after the magical fairy that can only be saved if Shaggy and Scooby go to the magic world and go to the fairy forest.
Also, I don't know if you know this, Jim,
That's
but
so dumb.
Hayden Panettiere played as the fairy princess.
I don't know anyone. Assume I know no one that you're talking about.
She was in a few of the Scream movies, and she was also she's just done a bunch of stuff.
I don't think we've seen Shaggy Showdown.
Yeah, I think maybe we watched the beginning of it.
I think people like that one, but I don't remember. We haven't seen any of the
I
Lego
feel like we
ones.
have seen one of them on Amazon a long time ago, but certainly not enough to remember.
No. Okay, Scooby-Doo, the second live action.
The second
Scooby-Doo
live
movie.
action?
The second live action.
I mean, I know you like it a little bit more than me. Hey, Muffin's on.
Hey!
Hey, Muff.
Fly Muffin. Welcome to the stream. By the way, on your birthday stream, I'll be info dumping about Night in the Woods and maybe Rivali from Breath of the Wild. We shall see. I love Rivali. Everyone hates that bird, but I love that bird.
I wouldn't have a ton of issue putting it in either Meh or Real Treasure. I assume you'd probably want it in B tier, but I would put it in C tier.
I'm fine.
It's just not anything special for me.
I don't know. I think it's just.
Should we talk about the plot? Should we talk about the plot a little bit?
I mean, the plot is that the monsters come to life.
Yeah.
And then they.
It's live
solve
action,
it.
by the way. Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne.
Who's the girl that plays Velma? I know her name. I can't think of it.
Who plays Chutney in?
It's the girl who plays Hot Dog Water in Mystery Inc.
And also Chutney in Legally Blonde.
I'm like trying to think.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Ugh, I can't remember, but I love her. She's amazing. I still need to play Breath of the Wild. I haven't played.
Linda Cardellini.
Get on playing Breath of the Wild. It will change your life.
Matthew frickin' Lillard. As Scooby, live action.
Muffin's writing fanfiction about Sam in the chat again.
Who's Sam?
Good UTT if you remember.
Oh.
They changed their... Last time they were Sam. They changed their username. Here's the thing. I think this is a buried nugget in the Scooby-Doo catalog that not enough people appreciate. Trevor,
watch that
the moment I knew something was different about me is when I saw Shaggy with big boobies, and I was like, that's what I want. That's who I strive to be. Hold on. Chat, let me pull up image. Shaggy with big boobs.
Wild scene for a 2004 movie.
Let me pull up.
Hey, does anybody remember those ridiculous Shaggy memes from a few years ago that was like overpowered Shaggy?
This is transition goals. This is... The effects of estrogen are insane. I think they must have just straight up just put his face over someone else's body, because I don't think...
Yeah, his face definitely looks a little...
His waist is so, like, insanely tiny.
Yeah, that's definitely not Matthew Lillard. Oh.
Matthew, I love you, honey, but that's not you.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny.
Whoa, my chat.
Scooby-Doo, we're coming after you.
Let's see. Honestly, I don't like Rivali at first, but the more I learn about him, the more I think he's interesting, and also his sass is hilarious. That's the thing. People hated his, like, sassiness, but I'm like, that bird is gay. Let him be sassy. It's a character from Breath of the Wild.
Jeez.
He's a bird man. This is...
Okay. Okay.
Mystery Begins. This is...
We've seen this one?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't? Or maybe we've seen that, but we don't remember.
This is the third live-action movie.
It's not the one that you and me died at a couple years ago when it was like,
But I don't know where I thought they like stabbed Scooby through the face. That was funniest fucking editing choice.
oh my gosh.
Oh, we'll get to that later. This is the one that we always see trailers for, where they're like in the school.
Yeah, I definitely like probably saw it a long time ago on like Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably aired it on Cartoon Network, and I saw it, but
yeah, I'd probably put that.
I would put it in Never Seen.
Never Seen, yeah. Frank and Creepy.
I love.
I know you
Frank
like
and
that
Creepy.
one.
It's one of my
I have to
favorites.
rewatch it, but
it's very bizarre. Like, its editing is a choice. There's very few movies that I'll be like, yeah, the editing in this is very like stylistic.
I mean, would you say it's peak fiction though?
I don't know if I would say it's peak fiction. It's probably one of the funniest Scooby-Doo movies I've ever
So
seen.
Ego Goth approved, probably.
At bare minimum, I would say it's Eco Goth approved.
All right. Fair enough.
Have you seen Samurai Sword?
I've seen enough of it to know that it's definitely Moonscar did not die for that. Also, definitely some racism in it.
I think my main issue is that the plot of the villain is that she wants to bring like an end to like technology, and she does this by building a robot samurai to go out and attack.
Or
people.
meh. I mean, it's not terrible, but it just is definitely not my favorite.
I don't think it's
pretty mid.
terrible,
Pretty mid.
but like I've never in my life been like, you know what I want to watch?
What's the next one?
The Spooky Games.
I don't remember this one. Do you?
Can't tell what I'm looking at. Oh, there's Flintstones in it. We probably haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
I joked about Joe. What?
I joked about child not safe for work and shipping with anti-furry YouTubers, and I'm wanted now. Oh, yikes.
Should I ban them? Can I put them in timeout? Hold on. But that's not what I want.
Do you have to ban them forever, or what?
I can put them in timeout.
And then what?
Put user in timeout. They literally call it
Oh, and you
timeout.
can use a timer.
It's kind of funny. We'll see. The moment someone starts messaging or talking about CP in my chat of children, I'm like, hold up. Hold on. Hell yeah. Progress on the comic.
Phantasaur, have we seen this one?
I think so. Although this is another one where people say it's like amazing, and I own multiple copies of it.
Yeah, how have we not seen that one yet?
I don't know. We probably own every single movie on this list.
Well, I don't think we own Shaggy Showdown.
I think we do on some collections.
Or the Lego. I mean, we have so many collections though, so
Me
with
and-
like 10 DVDs.
Yeah, me and Trevor have this problem where every time we see a new Scooby-Doo DVD, we have to buy it. Even if it's like a 4-pack and we have 3 of them, we just get it anyways, and we have more copies of movies we already
Or
own.
even if it's a 3-pack and we have all 3 of them, but not those 3 movies together.
Yeah, but we don't have that specific 3-pack of those 3 movies. Then we gotta get it.
I mean, don't we literally have one DVD that is just What a Night for a Night and A Hassle in a Castle?
Yeah, we have one DVD that's literally 2 episodes of the original series that are on like 6 other DVDs that we have. We own, we own an original copy of Cyber Chase on its original DVD release. We own a new DVD copy of Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, and I bought...
On the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, you also bought it on the PlayStation, and I separately bought a Blu-ray of
Oh no,
Cyber Chase.
I don't have Cyber Chase on that. Never mind. But anyway, man, there's a lot that we haven't seen. It seems like this original list is a little haven't seen heavy. At least the first part of the list.
Yeah, but I think some of them is because it's either not on HBO Max or like they just straight up don't release them really
Yeah.
or promote them anymore.
I mean WWE.
Yeah, like they just straight up don't promote their WWE crossover films or.
I think we know
I'm
where
gonna go ahead and
Pirates.
put both of them in there.
I think we know where Pirates Ahoy is going.
So, this is objectively the worst Scooby-Doo movie either of us have
It's
seen.
pretty boring and pretty bad. Like, there's like a.
At one
trying to
point, there's a
explain the plot.
hypnosis plot, and then that character kind of disappears, and then there's pirates, and they get a cartographer to. Okay, these ghosts are concerned right now.
It would appear.
Hold on, reconnection successful.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back. Sorry if stuff just dipped out.
Yeah, we just lost 2 viewers in like 2 seconds, so we probably did dip out for a second.
My lag is insane. No, that might be us.
But I think we fixed it, Muff.
Hopefully we fixed it. It's
Does
said things
Muff
are
have
back.
a new profile picture?
It's always been it. Yeah, that was us. I have no idea what happened there. Warner Brothers was shutting us down from shitting on Pirates Ahoy.
Kiss haven't seen.
We're done shitting on Pirates Ahoy?
Oh yeah, let's keep going. It's just so terrible. And there's like a billionaire that like rides on like a jetpack, and he like literally flies in from land to the ship that they're on.
It doesn't happen like halfway through the movie
On
out
a
of nowhere.
jetpack.
It's so dumb.
And then I just remember there's a scene where they're in a cave and they find a light switch in the cave. That's the only scene I remember. It's a terrible movie.
It's a terrible movie. Don't watch it. No one watches.
I just remember
Don't
it being
support
I just
this
remember it being
nonsense.
draining to watch.
I remember it wasn't just draining to watch, but like the type of movie where you cheer when the credits come because it means you're free of it.
Yeah.
We watched the first couple of minutes of this, I think, but
Definitely not enough to review it.
yeah,
Is there going to be more that we haven't seen than what we can review?
maybe. But I think the general time frame is like 2013 up until like 2019-ish is a lot of the movies that we haven't seen.
Reluctant Werewolf.
Given that this is made to be more so a crossover between wacky racing,
I mean,
also isn't
I've got one word to describe this movie.
Googie. Shaggy has a
Girlfriend in this.
Shaggy has a canonical girlfriend named Googie, and I love that her name is Googie because they didn't have to name her that, but they thought Googie was the way to
There's
go.
also like, oh, I don't know, like a bunch of goofy monsters. It's pretty not that good. Oh, that's a little high for me, but
Moonscar did not die for this.
I mean,
Pirates Ahoy?
I personally would put it in Pirates Ahoy, just on a critical level, but
I'll go with your rating.
all right.
Shaggy had a girlfriend canonically. That feels wrong to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, and her name was Googie.
Her name was Googie.
All right, live action.
That's our takeaway from this hour and 40-minute long movie. Did you know that this movie is an hour and 40 minutes long?
Is it really?
It's the longest Scooby-Doo movie ever made.
Maybe.
And our only takeaway is the minute-long scene where they show Googie.
Well, doesn't she go with them?
No,
I think she does.
I don't think
she's
so.
in it for more than 2 seconds.
She's in the beginning and she's in the end, but I don't think she's in the actual movie.
I feel like she is, but and I don't feel like rewatching that movie.
Like him being with someone feels strange. Unironically, I think that's how the writers felt in Mystery Incorporated, because they did anything they could to get him to not date Velma. Dude, I could create a better movie.
Yeah, it's just
Think about Scooby-Doo movies. The bar is already so low that you could write anything, and you would probably write a halfway decent Scooby-Doo movie. with no writing experience, I could write a very good Scooby-Doo movie.
If you follow the formula.
The first live action?
Okay, I feel like we'll have some disagreement with this one. I mean, I enjoy it quite a bit.
I enjoy it. I just recognize that, like, I think there are points where it has no earthly idea what it's doing or where it's going.
No, I feel like it knows what it is. You know, like, it doesn't take itself too seriously.
No, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but my issue is that, like, I think around the point where they had the floating heads in the cauldron, I was like, how do you as James Gunn...
I forgot James Gunn made that movie.
How do you, like, make this movie and think, yeah, this is what Scooby-Doo was about at its core?
I mean, the sets are pretty cool. The actors, I feel like...
The sets are very cool. Also, I will never get over the fact that the reason James Gunn made this movie the way it is because he hates Scrappy-Doo so much, he character assassinated him so horribly that he has never appeared in Scooby-Doo since. Which is the most insane thing I could ever imagine a director doing to a franchise. Essentially killing off a character.
I mean, I feel like it's more than meh. I do feel like it's more.
I would put it in a real treasure.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch, in my opinion. You know...
I think everyone should watch this. Just for the experience of witnessing it.
A live-action Scooby-Doo.
And I think people should watch this one maybe under the influence.
Especially the scene where Velma's in latex.
Is that the second one?
I think it's
It is the second one.
Because Seth Green...
Oh my god.
Seth Green
Speaking...
and his girlfriend.
Hold on.
Are you gonna type in...
Velma... Scooby-Doo 2 spandex. Talk about transition goals. Can I get just, like, the wide image of it? That's not what I meant. Open image in new tab. Not on Reddit. Hold on, let me find a screenshot that's not from Reddit.
Cannot find Velma leather suit. Where can I buy it?
She's so iconic.
It says, "Who's your mommy?"
She's so iconic. I can't find a proper image of it, but like... she's just in an iconic outfit.
This is when Velma became hotter than Daphne.
This is... I think the main thing here, the main takeaway that I want people to have from this is when Velma went from slay to mother. Do you know what those words mean, Trevor?
Mostly.
Do you know what mother is? If I say she's mother?
I understand the essence.
Like, she's a queen.
I understand the essence.
Okay.
Remember when Billie Eilish said, like, mommy on, what the heck was it? Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, and was like, what did he, like, I forget what he asked her, but then she goes, mommy?
Muffin, please don't be horny. What's happening in my chat?
Fine, I'm sorry, I can't pour the water. What is happening? I heard Velma in latex. Billy is so me-core.
I think something that I was talking about with my friends the other day was just like, sometimes I forget that I'm attracted to women because I find women so beautiful in a way where I just like admire them rather than I'm like being attracted to them. Or I'm just like, oh my god, she's so pretty, I want to be her. That I legitimately forget that I am attracted to women. I'm like looking at Velma in spandex or whatever, and all I'm thinking is, oh my god, how cunty. Oh my god, how slay. Oh my god.
/J chat /J. the fuck does that mean?
/J is a tone indicator, meaning it's a joke.
I see.
Tone indicator. You know what those are? Tone indicators?
I think I understand what that tone indicator
They
is.
indicate tone.
Uh-huh.
Helps with narrative or people who may have trouble interpreting tone.
Remember Scooby's greatest quote?
Oh yeah, so there was an episode of Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. So we had just watched, I think, 3 hours of Scooby-Doo straight of the Scrappy-Doo show, and we were actually losing our goddamn minds.
Because every episode of that show is the same thing.
It's the same thing, and somehow it's like it's a movie or it's a show where insane things can happen, and you just feel like your eyes are glazing over. Like you can only handle so much at once, and then we
took more than we could handle.
And then the final thing in this like value pack of Scooby-Doo episodes on this DVD that we got was a single episode of the show Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. And it was like what I imagine, like if we had just watched like I don't know 40 hours of like war footage followed up by like the Barbie movie. Like that's what it felt like to me, as we were losing our minds with the comedic genius of this show. And by that I mean Scooby-Doo literally just smacks his lips
I need holy water for this chat.
for like, I don't even know, like 10 seconds straight, and it prompted us to lose our goddamn minds.
Oh, holy hell.
Scooby-Doo Music of the Vampire.
Oh, a real treasure, I can tell you that much.
The songs are really good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot.
For a
It's
straight-
a Scooby-Doo musical, guys.
For a straight to DVD Scooby-Doo musical, this is the only Scooby-Doo musical, by the way. Straight to DVD movie.
And didn't you say the animation was pretty good in that?
The animation's really fucking good. For the musical like sequences, it's actually really impressive animation, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the overall plot of it's not that memorable for sure, but the songs make it memorable.
Peak fiction or
Oh,
eco goth
definitely
approved?
not peak fiction.
Eco goth approved.
Do you think that's too high?
I think it's about right. I also think it's really funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I mean, the mystery itself is not the most memorable, and like the villains, I don't hardly remember at all. But
I think it goes to show, if we're putting this in eco goth approved, I think it goes to show how good the jokes are, the songs are. Like,
yeah,
even if the plot is a little weaker, it's a very strong Scooby-Doo movie, in my opinion.
yeah. Oh boy, this next one coming up. A little spooky. My grandparents have moved away to South Carolina now.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good thing or bad thing?
Aloha Scooby-Doo. We love colonization /J.
Colonization?
Have you never seen this movie?
I think I have.
It's really weird and kind of boring, but it's like one of those boring things where like it'll be like 10 minutes of like uninteresting like movie followed by like an insane thing out of nowhere that makes you feel like you're taking lunacy pills. For me, although maybe that's just my memory being weird, because I did watch it when I had like 104-degree fever and I was super sick.
We love colonization /J.
I
I would say either Moose Guard didn't die for this, or
I'll put this in meh. I don't think it's Goblin King bad.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I think the main takeaway that I think about this movie all the time is that there's a scene where they're in the jungle on like a bridge over a ravine, and then the bridge collapses, and Daphne saves them by like she takes dental floss out of her purse, makes a lasso, and she swings over a ravine on dental floss.
When you said she took dental floss out of her something, I thought you were gonna say something else, and I don't know why.
It was I don't know, I just think about that scene all the time because I have never in my life gone
I
as
will
insane
one
over a
day,
scene.
and she's not even the hardest in that part. What the heck is going on in this chat? Oh gosh, chat. Oh, do we need to get a riot gear?
I'm not quite sure what's going on in chat. Have I ever?
I think chat is a separate entity at this point.
Scooby-Doo goes Hollywood. We hate you, Scooby-Doo! We hate you, Scooby-Doo! Okay,
What's the plot? Do you remember anything about the plot of this?
okay, so I got this movie for free actually at
Antique store.
an antique store because it was in the DVD box of a
Because
different.
Scooby-Doo is an antique.
Yes. Well, this movie's an antique at this point. But it was in the wrong DVD case, and so the guy managing the whatever stand was like, "Oh, I'll just give it to you for free because it's not the right movie." And I was like, "Oh, gee, thanks. Don't read out my information. That's my actual insurance card." It's the plot of the movie is that Scooby-Doo is done just being a mystery solver. The plot of Scooby-Doo is that, or this movie is that it breaks the fourth wall and says that all of Scooby-Doo is a show.
Wasn't there a scene where like Scooby and Shaggy are like doing a dance number?
It's really weird, and like it's like, oh, Scooby-Doo is tired of not being taken seriously because of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? He wants to go and be a serious actor now, and then. It's just like a short little thing. It's not really feature length.
Yeah, definitely.
But
and then at the
end, there's like a crowd that's supposed to be supporting Scooby-Doo, and they're supposed to be chanting, "We love you, Scooby-Doo." But if you actually listen to it, we shit you not, it sounds like they're screaming at Scooby-Doo, "We hate you, Scooby-Doo," over and over again.
I won't use
it's so funny.
I'm actually good at insults and don't rely on offensive stuff.
I'm gonna write a district about it, just that he's gonna add a bunch of slurs to his diss. Oh. Did I miss something in chat?
Did somebody say a slur? And can somebody tell me what said slur was?
Did I miss a slur? I thought I had that on my banned list. I have a banned list of words for my chat. And
is we hate
basically only slurs. Yeah.
What's like the least slurry slur that you banned?
What, I'm gonna say it?
Well, like,
what's your favorite slur, Trevor?
You don't want to know.
I'll be sending this to your future employers.
Did you ban Cracker?
No, probably not. That's a funny one. I really wish there was an audio now of me now saying that's a funny slur.
Honky.
Alright, Trevor, can we calm down?
Like, you can use honky.
I still just don't want you saying this stuff. Ashley, hi! Thank you for coming in at the best moment you could as we're talking about slurs. Put her in Pantheon for the vessel. I don't understand what's going on in chat. Say that this is a real treasure? No.
I was about to go, whoa.
I don't think it's, like, bad. I think it's definitely of its era, is the thing. I have to look at it in the context of all that came before. You think this just fell out of a coconut tree? Keep in mind, this came out in the era of the Scrappy-Doo show. This is like nectar of the gods compared to the Scrappy-Doo show.
That is true.
And I love Scrappy-Doo. I would kill myself before watching.
But there's no media with him in it that you seem to love.
I love the Puppet movie.
A real treasure? I've not seen it.
Absolutely a real treasure. This is definitely meant for like 5-year-olds. But imagine a full puppet movie of Scooby-Doo. It's so cute. I did. I rented it from the local library when they had it, and when we took a trip up to our family's
lakeside cabin.
Yeah, that makes it sound so fancy, as if it's not like a 70-year-old shithole.
It's not bad. Where the heck did you get this from?
I have no idea. Did you just pull a rock out of my drawer?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Actually, better question for myself. Why was there a rock in my drawer?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone go watch the Puppet movie. It's pretty short and it's very silly and it's very cute and I love it so much.
What the heck is the next one? Scooby-Doo.
Stage Fright. I don't think we've seen this one. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
The title sounds too familiar. Oh.
No.
So our first peak fiction of the night.
Alright.
We watched this movie. I would say we've seen it at least 30 times.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was 30.
There was a point in which I think we watched it like at least once a week for a couple months straight.
I mean, we ask ourselves if these are really peak fiction, but we do watch them a bunch of times and still enjoy them every time.
We're like, ugh, is this peak fiction? Meanwhile, we're on our 31st free watch of an hour-long movie. And after it's over, we're like, alright, we'll watch another. What are these? It's so good.
So do you think Franken-Creepy should be in peak fiction?
I believe it should be, but this is also our tier list. And I know that...
I just haven't watched it, and I mean, I only watched it one time, and that was a while ago.
I've seen it a couple times. I think like 3 or 4 times.
Probably literally 5 years ago. When Gate was here that one time and we watched it.
Can I move it to peak fiction?
Yeah, just...
Okay. I really love it. It's the thing where it's like, I think it benefits from it not taking itself seriously because the premise is insane. I think you would really like it if you like rewatched it. Like, go into it knowing that it is a full-on comedy, and you're gonna be fine with it. A comedy with insane action beats.
Alien Invaders. Let's talk about that a little bit. Why is it peak fiction? 2 reasons. Visuals.
Crystal.
Crystal
is Shaggy's love interest. But it doesn't feel out of place in that movie.
Yeah, unlike Googie.
I think the reason Googie feels out of place is because it's like an established long-term relationship we've never heard of before.
And also her name is Googie.
And all Crystal is basically just a crush.
Yeah, and it doesn't work out in the end. Which is...
And we won't spoil why, but it's a very sad sequence.
Let's just say. And you wouldn't expect to cry in a Scooby-Doo movie. But if this doesn't get you...
Throw up a picture, if I turn this into an actual video, editor me, throw up a picture of a pup named Scooby-Doo where boys cried. Throw up a picture of Alien Invaders where men cried.
Why would boys cry in?
Because it's the kiddie show.
I guess.
What else do I want to throw up? Editor, throw up a picture of the Goblin King where boys cried. Also, editor, throw up a synopsis of the Goblin King plot, and then 4 paragraphs come up on screen. Then they take the skeleton train to the magic world.
Abracadoo?
I
feel like we've seen that before, but I don't remember anything about it.
I think we watched this when we were really little, is the thing.
Yeah.
But it's been too long, I wouldn't know how to review it properly.
This one... Haven't we seen this one?
This is Moon Monster Madness.
We haven't seen it?
We got to the beginning, but then we were just too distracted to keep watching. We were doing something else. I actually liked it. I thought the beginning of it was really funny. But Trevor's like, I wasn't getting into it, but I was like, I don't... Like, we were talking throughout the entire thing.
Believe you. Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd have to put it in.
We'd have to give it its fair shot before we do anything.
Yeah.
I will say, Scooby-Doo fans do say that this is like the peak, like the cream of the crop. Scooby-Doo. So, This is Scooby-Doo Arabian Nights. I've tried tracking down a physical copy of this movie, like a modern one.
Damn near impossible.
Damn near impossible. I couldn't find one.
But that
Like,
does
literally.
remind me of the Arabian episode of the Scooby-Doo show that you and I watched, where they like went back in time.
Scooby-Doo in Arabian Nights.
Do you remember that nutty episode?
I do remember that episode. It was really weird. There was another dog genie thing. DVD. Is there a DVD I can buy of Arabian Nights? Like, there's no new ones. They're all on eBay, is the thing.
And they're all used.
Do you want to get one?
Not really. We probably could get it for
Three-
free on like 123 Movies.
Oh my god, we haven't checked that yet. But they're all like $3 on eBay, but the shipping is probably going to be a bit much.
I've explained to Disney World fanfic before on a stream. People kind of liked it. Huh. I've explained Disney World fanfic before on a stream.
I don't think you were there.
What exactly is Disney World fanfic?
Muffin wrote the most elaborate, like 40-season long fan fiction about Disneyland and Disney characters and a bunch of stuff.
Like the physical park?
It was so much more than that. I think at one point there was like murder. I can't even remember. It was. I think after like the 10th paragraph, like I was like entering the feeling that like when we watched Labyrinth for the first time, where I was just like so actually like,
what the frick is this one?
huh?
What is this one?
I have no idea. We're gonna put it in here. Who's that? Who's the red? Who's in the red?
I have no idea what that is. This list is a little flawed.
I'm trying to think of who that could even be. Not Disneyland, Disney World. I'm sorry. There's a lot of murder and oh yeah, it was a cult thing.
Oh,
and they go to hell at one point.
Muffin is from Florida, so
They go to hell.
I guess that is why.
I forgot that happened.
That is why.
Oh, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't seen the second season yet, but I watched the first season in the movie in theaters.
I'm talking. Life is putting weight on me like a
Sisyphus carrying the rock. God damn it! Hold on.
Sisyphus.
Oh, that's just being.
That's what I'm gonna name my first son.
Sisyphus. You're setting him up for a long life.
Do you know what Gage and Emma are naming their daughter?
Sisyphusa?
No. Zelly?
Zelly?
Like Zell, the money moving thing.
This is our daughter Cash App. our son Venmo. Our son Venmo and our daughter Venmo.
That's like what Elon Musk, like what you'd imagine he'd name his kids.
I need to unplug this cord from my laptop because it keeps bringing up prompts. Okay, there we go.
What's next?
So, okay, Arabian Night is here solely because we literally can't find it. They don't sell it.
Also, this one we have no idea what it is.
And also, I feel like this would probably be very racist, even if we did watch
Does
it.
it say Living Dew?
Night of the Living Dew?
Can you look that up? Is that a real thing? Night of the Living Dew?
How did you get Living Dew out of that?
Well, it says Ving Dew.
Night of the Living television movie. What is this? An American animated special. Oh, you know how they did the witch parody in the early 2000s? At least I try to be feminine.
Oh yeah. That was that?
No, but it was like a sequel of it too. It's supposed to be like Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dew. But that line is from this?
No, that was from the witch one.
out in the woods in heels. Well, at least I try to act feminine.
What is this from?
And then cut back to Velma, like, slack-jawed. Daphne actually destroyed her. I hate to say it. I fear she ate. She ate a little too hard.
Okay, here's the first line. I feel like I would enjoy this one for some reason.
Figment
Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang pick up a hitchhiking Gary Coleman, and the Mystery Machine soon proceeds to break down multiple times. Finally leaving them at a stranded haunted castle owned by David Cross. Now, David Cross, you probably don't recognize by name, but certainly by face, possibly. Bad guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks. The gang then spends the night at the haunted castle while their van is being fixed, mirroring many
David Cross's haunted castle. Where he lives.
He just got a bunch of, like, Alvin and the Chipmunks, like, paraphernalia all over the place.
Like knights with, like, red, blue, and green hoodies on them.
I mean, he probably made a lot of money from those movies, I imagine. Considering they made so many sequels, they must have made some money. Like, the first few.
Hey guys, it's Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. I think you put a ring on it, and you have no bitches.
The show contained multiple references and gags that take jabs at the original show, musical numbers by Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, as well as
I'm sorry, who?
apparently that's a band.
Please go to the Wikipedia page.
Big enough that they played at a Super Bowl halftime show.
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy? What genre?
Contemporary swing revival.
Okay.
As well as an appearance from Mark Hamill. Finally, the show concluded with a nonsensical ending with Coleman pointing out all the plot holes in the story. Scooby-Doo interrupt. We gotta watch this one.
Is it on YouTube? The other one's
We'll
on
have to
YouTube.
look it up. Let's see. Who voices Scooby-Doo? Or Shaggy?
Is it all good if I just briefly sum up what life has done to me this year and then quickly change the subject to Jujutsu Kaisen? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Chorthulu.
I'm processing this shit.
Should we just go through and look up all the ones that we haven't fucking seen yet?
Maybe after. Cause like, what is this?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we watched this one.
Ghastly Goals?
I think we watched this one.
This is the one that was in Brazil or something?
Let me see.
The soccer one? If it's what I'm thinking of, I remember being actually scared of it because of how the shout out the storyboarder who
It sounds...
I think we watched it. Or at least I watched it. If it's what I'm thinking it is. If the monster is a red thing with horns, can you turn the volume down so I can keep my channel up? They're in Brazil.
It's from 2014?
Is this the full episode?
No, it's only 2 minutes long.
Well, hold on. If they go into an alley and they find, like, an actually terrifying monster, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah, this does seem low-key familiar.
Is it red monster with horn? Yeah, red monster with horn.
Man.
I'll play a real treasure. It wasn't bad. It leaned a lot more into horror than Scooby usually does, in my opinion. Because there were points where it actually kind of like jump scared me.
Winter Wonder
Thanks, Mike.
Dog, peak fiction.
Well, the issue with Winter Wonder Dog is it not a collection of a bunch of different things?
But I think it's specifically the episode / movie where it's like
The
the
Scrooge?
Nutcracker. Yeah.
Well, okay, I think, granted that is
I was kidding about it being peak fiction.
a
but
20-minute episode, I'll put it in a real treasure. Same thing with Ghastly Goals, where I'm like, it's an episode. It's a good episode, but, like, it's not a movie, even if it's a special.
yeah, I mean, A real treasure? I don't know. Definitely somewhere between meh and a real treasure. It's a little more than meh.
I was too low scared to commit nothing was age 3 go missing. Two in the years. A great horned owl around. I'm really sorry about losing that you lost so many pets this year. Yeah, the fear of aging is... it's all too common. So I've been all that, but...
Sending me to my villain arc. Me too, buddy, me too.
It's okay.
I'm also in my villain arc.
Feel free to dump in my chat.
Ethan will also be Ethan will also be getting really close to a very bad villain arc, considering he's going to art school.
I would love it if you wouldn't compare me to Hitler on my own stream.
I'm kidding.
At least my art has a sense of perspective, which his did
he
not.
was considered a progressive in his early days.
Someone posted a painting that Hitler made, and the top comment was someone who didn't know it was a painting by Hitler, and they said, "God, I hate AI art," because it was so bad. Haunted Holidays is meh. It's, in terms of...
that one?
The episode that comes along with the Haunted Holidays DVDs.
But I'm trying to remember, is that the one?
They go to a toy store.
Yeah.
And there's a snowman, I think.
Yeah, I do remember.
I mean, here's the thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's so many Scooby-Doo Christmas episodes where it kind of just blends with all of them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd have to rewatch it, maybe I would like it then, but... it's fine.
Muffin said Trimdoor, please. What did I say before?
Oh.
Hitler thing?
I forgot there's like a 30-second delay. So when the chat freaks out about you comparing me to Hitler, we've already moved on to Scooby-Doo and the Haunted Holidays.
Let's not compare Loiterer to Ethan. Loiterer Ethan to Hi. Hi-ol.
Can you not say Heil on my chat? Or in my stream?
Do you know what this rock reminds me of? I'll give you 2 guesses.
Why are you still holding the rock?
I'm giving you 2 guesses. What this rock reminds me of?
A hockey puck.
No, think of a movie. What movie would this remind me of?
I don't know, you're holding a rock.
Yeah, what movie does somebody hold a rock?
God, you really know how to narrow things down, don't you?
It was a big rock.
Oh my god, that's the movie!
No. I was thinking of the scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom when he's holding the rock, but they're falling on the bridge.
Why would I know what you're talking about?
I don't know. Bro, I gots to pee. Oh, BRB, I gots to pee. That's alright, buddy. That's alright.
Go piss.
Now, do you piss sitting down or standing up?
I piss sitting down and I shit standing up. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Peak fiction. I'm overruling any of your opinions on this one.
I guess it's a solid... I mean, it's definitely one of the more complete stories.
That's something you can say about... Given the era that it transitions into, this is probably the most complete storyline of any... Like, Pirates Ahoy and Goblin King and all that. I'm like, those are definitely movies that were released. But Cyber Chase, I think for me the only issue with Cyber Chase is the pacing in the second act. It has a clear 3-act structure, and the second act kind of drags, in my opinion. Or like stagnates, where you're like, really? This is taking up this much time in the movie? But I think it's really good. I think it's the kind of movie where, like, if I wanted to show someone a Scooby-Doo movie, I think the premise is a little, like, it doesn't take that much to understand it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're in cyberspace.
Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. I probably would have put it in Eco-Goth approved, but I can understand peak fiction.
Yeah. Plus, I think it allows for so much more variation than the other three movies could give because they're in a framing device that allows them to basically be anywhere.
Alright, I don't know about the Gourmet
I keep
Ghost.
saying framing device.
I don't know about Gourmet Ghost, but I definitely would put Blue Falcon in there.
You watched this?
I think we both watched it a long time ago.
Oh, good lord.
I think Adam West maybe voices the Blue Falcon. I'll look that up to double check.
But Hanna-Barbera really wants the Blue Falcon to be a thing. It will never be a thing.
Let me look that up to see if
The Blue Falcon and Dynomutt will never be a thing. Stop trying to make fetch work, Gretchen. Like, they want to push it so hard. No one likes it. It sucks. It will always suck. BRB, I'm gonna go drink window cleaner since I'm dehydrated. Go drink some water.
Let's see. What's that? 8 minutes.
Probably.
No, some random guy did it apparently, but
Loch Ness Monster. What's your opinion on it? Because I don't think I've seen it, or at least I haven't seen it since I was a little kid.
Yeah, I was gonna recommend watching that before you leave, but I would say probably a treasure. It's definitely better than the average Scooby movie to me.
Do you think?
Especially in that era.
I was gonna say, is it better than the average Scooby movie, or is it better than the movies of its time?
Definitely the two movies that I would say of that 2000s, mid 2000s era, Loch Ness Monster and Where's My Mummy, but slightly better than the average. Alright, Boo Brothers. Oh boy, that's gotta go to Pirates Ahoy.
Yeah, I think the moment that you have a Confederate soldier in your movie
Yelling, leave this place.
literally at any point.
Leave this place.
I remember, I think it was on stream, I was talking about the Confederate ghost of Scooby-Doo, and someone was like, what? There's Confederate ghosts? I was like, honey, there's like 10 different Confederate ghosts in Scooby-Doo. They love putting the Confederacy into their show.
Including Zombie Island.
Yeah, including Zombie Island and Boo Brothers and like 3 different episodes of the show. And there's an episode where Scooby-Doo gets $1 million Confederate dollars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, ah, shucks, Scoob, it's Confederate money. Ah ha ha ha. And not like, oh my god, $1 million in Confederate money is still insane.
Which would probably still be worth some money.
Yeah, that would still be worth a lot of money, because what a bizarre thing to have. And also, what a bizarre, like, ending to an episode.
But you can feel free to put those in for Chuck E. Cheese bucks. That's what they should have ended with. Like, converting what's it called? Confederate money to Chuck E. Cheese money.
I started reading chat for 1 second. I zoned out to what you were saying. The minute I zone back in, I hear converting Confederate money into Chuck E. Cheese money. I'm like, I think we've lost the plot a little bit.
Alright.
You're right, what's the conversion rate on the Confederate dollar to Chuck E. Cheese?
You know how, like, on Google, if you type in, like, US dollars to, British pounds, it'll, like, show you? I was like, wouldn't it be ridiculous if it had, like, Chuck E. Cheese?
Monopoly money.
Monopoly money to Chuck E. Cheese.
To the Confederate currency.
What is that one?
Nighttime Terror. What's the... Oh, it's a Lego one. We haven't seen the Lego ones. This is... What is that?
Dynomutt?
I literally can't read what it says.
Mutt Ice.
Go look for a list of the films, I guess. Until further notice, I can't read what that says.
I mean, I imagine we haven't seen this one.
Oh, important. Zombie Island.
I would put it at.
I would put it at the end of Peak Fiction.
I would put it at Peak Fiction for this reason. It is the magnum opus.
Yeah, I think me and you both agree that it's neither of our favorite movies, but it is objectively the most important.
Mecha Menace.
I feel like I've seen that as a kid, but I haven't watched it recently enough to judge it properly.
Yeah. I would agree.
So, Zombie Island is... It's definitely the most important Scooby-Doo movie to exist.
I mean, certainly in our age range, and especially my age range, it's definitely the one that people talk about the most.
Yeah, I do think the people who grew up with it are way too overly attached to it and act as if it's, like, the gold standard for animated media.
But then again, most people aren't as obsessed with Scooby-Doo as us, so, like...
Yeah, I guess...
So, like, that might be, like, their only thing that they...
Their frame of reference.
Yeah.
That being, like, maybe they grew up with Zombie Island, but they didn't also sit their ass through Goblin King and Pirates Ahoy and Reluctant Werewolf and Boo Brothers.
As, like, 20-year-olds.
Yeah, they weren't full-grown adults watching the entirety of the Scrappy-Doo show for fun, willingly. Trevor just imitated hanging a noose around his neck the moment I brought up the Scrappy-Doo show. I think it's a good movie. It's a very good movie, but in my opinion, there are better Scooby-Doo movies, and I think too many people attach themselves to it.
Is what happens. It's what's happening. Wait, guys, y'all never guess what my favorite call... I wanted to ask the chat, how many of you guys are familiar with Webkins?
There's a Scrappy-Doo show. Oh, not only is there a Scrappy-Doo show, it is by far, the longest running Scooby-Doo show ever made. It's not even a close competition.
Was it?
5 seasons.
Yeah, but like 2 of those seasons had like 5 episodes, right? Or something weird.
They're all full seasons.
But do keep in mind, each episode is only like 8 minutes long.
That's only the last 3 seasons. The first 2 seasons are full 24 minutes.
Webkins are cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to do a Webkins stream at some point.
We'd have to... Can we buy Webkins?
I think they still make them.
Can we adopt a Webkin still?
Yeah.
But then you don't get the full...
I think they still make the plushie. I remember me and Mom, at some point, we were near where the, like, company is that makes them, and we were in a store, and they, like, locally sold them. And I was freaking out.
Where was it?
I almost made Mom buy me one. I don't remember where it was. I think it happened. It might have been a dream. I can't remember.
Thoughts on Furbies? Probably a little before your time.
Yeah, a little bit before my time.
And honestly, I never got into those things. Like, I thought they were a little creepy. My cousin Alyssa had one, and I remember thinking it was creepy.
I do want to make a long Furby, but I don't know how expensive buying a Furby
Was Furby something that you... Was it just a physical thing? It wasn't, like, it didn't have a digital aspect to it?
No, that was Webkins. Have you seen long Furbies?
No.
Hold on, let me show you. People make these. They don't sell them, but they make them. You get a Furby, and then you extend it. And some people get really weird with it.
That is weird.
Doesn't this look like a Finnegan?
A little bit. If it was red.
Also, because that doesn't make sense to anyone but us, that's not the chemical that was used in the Jonestown Kool-Aid. It's just the arbitrary name we assigned to the creatures from Labyrinth that are on a green screen. Because we just made up a name and we're like, yeah, Finnegan sounds about right.
Because it makes you want to drink Finnegan when you watch that scene.
But yeah, the Scrappy-Doo show is a thing. I would say there are select episodes that I would recommend, taking mushrooms and then watching.
Remember Tomato Guy?
Yeah, like, there's random episodes like that where, like, you feel like you're on acid. Like, they don't address the fact that they answered the door to a tomato vampire. It just is. And you just have to accept that he has a garden of evil vampire fruits and vegetables with him.
Long Furbies. I'm just gonna get some more really
That okay.
Keep your chat
But
in line.
that is the essence of the Scrappy-Doo show.
Oh.
I have a Trevor, there's a sink in my room.
Oh, I need it to be cool though.
Oh my god. Okay, go downstairs and get your ice and whatnot. So yeah, here's the thing. I love Scrappy-Doo. Contrary to me calling the Scrappy-Doo show a insane pile of horseshit, I love Scrappy-Doo as a concept. Like, I think the main issue people have, or like the way they perceive his character, I think if they gave Scrappy-Doo, like if they made him voiced by a child, people would actually like him a lot more. I think the fact that he's voiced by an old man makes him come off as an old man, which makes him come off as annoying and bothersome. But I think if he was a child, because he is a child, if he was played by a child, people would have a little more sympathy for him, like innately. I like Scrappy-Doo. He's fun. He's a little silly. And he's a little annoying, but like, in an endearing way, where if he was portrayed as the child that he is, I think people would like him, in my opinion. I think the full Long Furby already made is 100. Long Furby kits are like 40 to 50. Sorry I keep on dying, I'm writing lyrics and talking about the Tally Hall fandom. We love autistic people. It's all good, Muffy. It's pretty much me clogging the chat. Dorothy, I will be fully honest. I'm not entirely sure what most of the messages you have sent mean, but you are passionate, and I can tell that. It's like I imagine like what dogs must feel like, where like they don't understand the words you're saying, but they understand the energy behind it, you know? Hey again, hi Blooper Berries. My brother will be back any moment. We're rating Scooby-Doo movies together. Because it's our special interest. My internet is bad again. Hopefully that's not my stream. I forgot there was Pokemon music playing in the background of this entire thing. Let me real quick pull my stream back up. Okay, yeah, it looks fine. Okay, Slay. Slay, we're doing great. That's mostly what I cared about. And my brother's back! Guys, my brother is back.
What's the next episode?
You mean movie?
Oh, yes.
Imagine if we were ranking every episode
of every show.
Thank you for immediately spilling it all over my floor.
Batman the Brave and the Bold?
Yeah, fair. I feel like I can openly talk and just info dump here. I can just yap and yap. That is literally... It's what we are here. Bunch of yappers.
Live, laugh, Scooby-Doo.
We love to yap. We're a bunch of gabbers.
Live, laugh, Scooby-Doo.
That's us.
Berries.
You have returned. I haven't seen this one, at least in a while. You said you've seen it, though.
No, I have not.
What?
I have not seen it.
I thought you said you had seen it.
No.
Were you thinking about the Blue Falcon one, maybe?
I remember asking you if you had seen it. You said,
I think I have to watch all the
I thought you said you didn't like it.
Well, I know people say that they really don't like this one. But I also love Batman, and I would love to watch Batman the Brave and the Bold before I watch this crossover movie. Because the one clip I've seen from Batman the Brave and the Bold is insane. Where, like, he saves Abraham Lincoln from being assassinated. Have you never seen that clip?
In a Scooby-Doo.
No, it's in just the show. Go search up Batman saving Abraham Lincoln from being assassinated. It's such a ridiculous thing.
I'll be over here so that you're...
No, watch it over here. The audio will probably be fine. Trevor, come over here and watch it. It's so funny. I think part of the thing that was making it funny was the fact that I was watching a clip of it that was on like 2 times speed. And I was...
Man saves...
Can nobody give up Blossom vibes, but uncomfortable. But in a comfortable Blossom hanging out. Are very relatable in my opinion. Just Trevor, sit down. Get closer so that you can hear it in the microphones.
Just a long time.
Tell me this does not look like the most insane show. The villain John Wilkes Boom goes, "The South will rise again," as Abraham Lincoln puts an axe into his body and he explodes.
Lincoln goes, "The reconstruction of the South shall now go unabated."
Insane thing! Okay, now, don't just start watching YouTube shorts on my stream.
Wait, Betty? What?
Trevor, can you not watch YouTube shorts? Trevor, we just watched this exact scene.
I just want to hear that line again where he goes, You would ever assassinate...
Scooby-Doo? No, we're talking... This is a crossover movie between Batman, and in the specific Batman show, there's a episode where he stops Abraham Lincoln from being assassinated. Go look up the scene; it's really funny. Chill Out, I think. Is this Chill Out?
Yeah. I would put it in meh, but what
is
do you
this
think?
Chill Out? I guess it has to be. Given the era it came out in,
But I would put it in meh because, well,
I would put it in a real trend just for like little moments where like Shaggy and Scooby are just
au revoir.
yeah, au revoir! And then like that one scene where they're like, "What were we?" And then the old guy comes out, it's like, and he goes, "You're in Shangri-La."
I also love the scene where he does his Casey Kasem voice.
Yeah, like there's charm to this, you know?
What is that?
Literally, I have no
Is
idea.
that Charlie the robot in the background?
Is this like the equivalent of like the Scooby-Doo and the Sea Monsters DVD that we own?
Let's see, what is it called?
Go Google it. Scooby-Doo and the Robots.
That sounds so generic. Scooby-Doo and the robots.
Scooby-Doo is epic. Believe me, I agree. I have a 16-page essay on just the first 8 episodes of the original Scooby-Doo show, and I'm trying to write about the entire franchise. So, it'll eventually come out. Probably as a podcast. I'll be honest, I don't think I could edit a video. Unless I made it live action. With, like, small animated segments. I don't think
Okay, this is fine. I'm fine with rating this one. It is like what we thought it is.
Yeah.
But I will tell you the 3 episodes that are on it.
Okay, I'll judge it based off that.
Okay, and I think we can judge it based on that. Go West Young Scoops of the Cyber Gulch one, which is honestly one of my more favorite ones.
That's probably one of the most creative.
Foul Play in Funland, obviously, which is one of the more interesting of the original, I think.
Yeah.
Even if it's not your favorite, I think it's definitely
You know what I think it captures for me? It captures that weird horror aspect of Scooby-Doo, like the original show, of being like, I don't understand what's happening, and that's what makes it scary.
yeah. And then I don't fully remember this one, but I know I've seen it. Gentlemen, Start Your Monsters. And I think Fred maybe has a freaking thing in this one.
Oh, I think I do remember that one. In that case,
I love how we saw that thing and we were like, is that one of those DVDs?
well, because we know.
Does that have any more of those DVDs?
For reference, Scooby-Doo does collections of 3 episodes.
I would add Eco Gotham Proof, honestly.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo has collections of 3 episodes on DVD that are based around a theme. Like I said, like they have one that's Scooby-Doo and the Sea Monsters. There's
a zombies one.
There's one with zombies. There's
a pirate one.
Pirate one. There's one that's called Movie Monsters. There's one literally in that drawer over there that's called Happy Birthday Scooby-Doo, and it's a couple episodes.
Oh, did I get you that one?
I think. Maybe? I can't remember. Top drawer. It should be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I did get you this. Oh god. I don't know why. There's no DVD.
DVD's somewhere in that drawer, too.
It literally has Happy Birthday Scooby-Doo.
And
Backstage Rage. Or The Backstage Rage, which is a decent episode.
It's okay.
And Don't Fool with a Phantom. And I don't remember which that one's.
It's a bizarre list of episodes.
So, pretty freaking weird. Pretty freaking weird. No other Scooby-Doo DVDs.
Well, yeah, they're all packed up for college.
Your roommate's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Showing up with my DVD rack. Remington, you don't know what you've signed up for.
Remington, you got no fucking idea.
Honey, you got a storm coming.
Okay. Definitely Eco-Goth approved, I think.
A meeting in my air-conditioned trailer.
Definitely. Okay, why does this one stick out more than some of the others?
The best fake Australian accents, first of all. Also, this is one of the brief time. This and Monster Mexico, I think, are the 2 movies where they tried to imitate the original series. They reused the old music and they cast voice actors that sounded like the original cast.
I don't know what makes this one stick out, but it does.
Shout out Heather North Kenny. A lot of people hate you.
2 skinny dudes.
This is my band. 2 skinny dudes.
It's definitely better than the average Scooby-Doo for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's like stuff to it. I will say, okay, you know, actually, one thing that I'm gonna have to knock points off for. I don't know why, but they whitewashed the Hex Girls? The one time that there's, like, a consistent, recurring, supporting character who's a person of color, and they literally whitewashed her for this movie. I don't know why they did it.
I don't even know if they did it on purpose, but, it was only the second reincarnation of her. But...
yeah, but she was very clearly hold on, let me pull up. I'm gonna show you the images, so you can make your own opinions. I believe it's Luna in the Hex Girls. Am I right? Of course I'm right, because I know everything. Where's like a good... There we go. Oh, this is an animation cell. I can buy this.
I definitely don't for $1,150.
Okay. This... Oopsie. I fucked it up. No, not Link. Oh god, I'm fucking up, Trevor.
Lying.
Charging the credit card. This is her, right? Cutie, right? This is Luna. Do you have $1,000 so I can buy this?
Yeah, can you start a, GoFundMe?
Also, in case you're wondering why I use the specific brush that I use while I animate, it's because it looks like this line work that I really like.
Earth, wind, fire.
So this is what she looks like. Now let me find a screenshot of her from the movie. From this movie.
I love how it's a Reddit page talking about the whitewashness.
Yeah, I mean, can I find a clear image that's not from Reddit from this movie?
You could type in.
Oh, here's one. That is not the same woman.
Yeah. I guess she was whitewashed in What's New as well.
So, yeah, she didn't remain a woman of color until Mr. Incorporated.
Is there anything else that she's in other than?
She's in the 2020 animated show with celebrities in it, I think. And then she was gonna be in that movie
On anything?
that they canceled. Yeah, it's on HBO Max. So, yeah, literally a different person. Points off for the whitewashing. Mark on an otherwise perfect film.
I wouldn't go that far, but air-conditioned trailer.
Why is she white?
That's not even subtle. Granted, the one leg goat, but like Jesus, my father says, what?
I think they were writing other stuff in the chat before that.
All right. Where's my mummy?
Hello?
I was like doing like the computer like starting up noise. Whitewash jump scare. I mean, I feel like it could be a real treasure. Like if you're watching like a bunch of like monotonous episodes and you run across this, it's definitely different.
If you're watching an entire season of the Scooby-Doo show, and then you put on "Where's My Mummy," it'll be like getting an EpiPen after going into anaphylactic
Now,
shock.
if you watched the Scrappy show and then watched Pirates Ahoy,
it would be like
suicide watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the equivalent of falling off a 12-story building, and then before you hit the ground, you get hit by a truck. And like all the momentum stays, so you keep falling, you hit, and
oh yikes! Spooky Tales, 13 Spooky Tales.
I don't. Wasn't this the one that was?
Did that have like the astronaut one? No, that was Zombie Island 2.
This is the same thing. Remember?
Yeah.
Because we owned both of these DVDs and they were the same.
I think I got you them both for the same Christmas.
Actually, one includes Chill Out Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
You have an eyelash in your nose. I got it off.
Yeah, I mean, what is this?
Is this the big top one? Yeah, I haven't seen this, but we do own it. All I know is that there's something about the circus jewels. Which is intriguing.
A skeleton trade. Yes. Yes.
So be prepared for an hour-long rant incoming.
Witch's Ghost. I mean, guys, what hasn't been said about this masterpiece?
So if you can't tell, this is our favorite Scooby-Doo movie.
Weirdly enough, this one does get spoken about probably the second most behind Zombie Island, I feel like.
Yeah, I think because it's sort of not really kind of a sequel. People talk about it a lot, or like they've seen it a lot. I think
just like a lot of my like the major like people that review movies that I watch on YouTube, other than Zombie Island, this is the one I've seen people talk about.
I think the thing that aids this movie so well is the fact that it is the shortest Scooby-Doo movie. The fact that its runtime is so tight, there is no filler. Every single thing is beat after beat after beat after beat. We are moving the plot forward.
And Ethan knows it quote for quote.
Well, it's kind of like maybe a problem. The fact that I've seen it so much.
The first time you gotta show this movie to Remington.
Oh, I probably will.
To Remy.
Roommate bonding time.
Remy.
Sit your ass down while we watch cinema. While I change your life.
You tie them to a chair, although they might like that, I don't know.
Don't talk about a stranger like that, you fucking weirdo.
They're watching it.
You fucking freak.
Curse of the Lake Monster.
You just
His
tapped me.
next one.
We're done talking about witches' ghosts?
Yeah, we can talk about that a little bit more. I got 2 words to say why this is a masterpiece. Ben Ravencroft.
I thought you were gonna say Tim Curry.
Or Tim Curry.
Same person, really.
Same thing, really.
I think he's one of the stronger villains
of the series.
Yeah.
Filled with strong villain. Well, I wouldn't say that.
I think it helps too that he shares the screen time with the town's witch and the actual witch, because the witch's ghost is the witch's ghost. She doesn't really need development. She can just be evil for evil's sake. But I think having that other villain that does get that development really adds to it.
Funny is that we had that whole conversation before we did this about whether or not the top of those 4 should be in this our peak, and we just fucking put all 4 of them in there.
They are, though.
They are, really. I mean, the other ones are just so, like...
I do agree. Well, I agree with this.
I just feel like those 4 are so distinctly different from each other. And these ones, I feel like a lot of them...
They're so distinctly different while being consistently, like, recognizably, like, yup, those are the 4.
And I think those 4, like... If you had any other collection of movies that you would put together, like, none of them are as consistently solid.
Yeah, I mean, think about, like... Let's put a collection together. We got Loch Ness Monster. We got...
I mean, even if you put the next 4 together, like Vampire, maybe Where's My Mummy,
Hold on. 2002?
So like
2004, 2006...
I mean, those ones are
2007, 2008, or this was 2004. This might have been 2005.
I mean, some of those are just not even close.
It's... Let's put some stuff together. We got Boo Brothers Reluctant Werewolf Ghoul School. We got,
George Lulu is going through, like, a philosophical, you know, thing right now.
Writing modern-day Shakespeare in my chat as I'm like... Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost is frankly comparable to The Godfather.
I mean, in terms of Scooby-Doo, I feel like long-term they're the 4 that really stand.
Also, I think The Witch's Ghost is perfect because, like, Scooby-Doo is a spooky horror type thing, but they don't really have a ton of, like, Halloween sort of stuff, you know? Like, they do have the Scooby-Doo Halloween movie that just came out a couple years ago. But, like, this is so, like, fall-themed. Where, like, it just fits right in so well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely something you can watch on, like, Halloween.
It's so good. The background artwork is so pretty. The animation is so well done. Not to mention, the actual album of Hex Girl songs that came out with this, go onto YouTube. They're on YouTube. Go listen to the full Hex Girls album, or just the Witch's Ghost soundtrack, but it'll have just, like, a bunch of Hex Girls songs. They are so good. Especially, The Witch's Ghost, the song, is my favorite Hex Girls song.
And I would say, I don't think I talked about this earlier, Alien Invaders 2, the visuals are just really good.
That's something I noticed. Like, Zombie Island and Witch's Ghost have very, like, the visuals are so of their movie, you know what I mean? And Alien Invaders goes so hard in a direction that neither of them really take, you know?
Yeah, I mean, not that you would really have a ton of, like, visuals in those 2. I mean, the house is pretty nice in Zombie Island, and the town...
Well, yeah, but it's the thing where, like, you know, you're in the house in that movie, or you're in the woods, and in this one, it's like, you're in the town in the movie, or you're in the town, or the town, or the town. And in this movie, it's like, well, you're in a town, and you're also in the desert, and sometimes you're in a cave, and sometimes you're in a compound, and sometimes you're in a house, and
you're
sometimes...
on a TV screen, and sometimes you're on a What's that?
It's just like that sometimes.
And sometimes you're on the space.
A printer. Oh god, I can't believe you lost that USB stick.
No, remember we found it. Is this not it right here that I just had in my hand? That red thing?
No, it was black.
I could have sworn I found it right before I left. And I put it in a drawer in your desk.
Great, we'll go look for it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll look for it afterwards. But maybe you packed it up.
Yeah, I found it and I said, yeah, I'm gonna blame this on Trevor. I'm gonna break it and blame it on Trevor.
Yeah, I wonder what DVDs are in here. Oh, some weird shit.
Oh, there's Madden. For some reason.
My favorite match too, but
Curse of the Lake Monster. Peak fiction. Here's the thing.
Not good.
In a post-ironic way, in a post-9/11 world, Curse of the Lake Monster stands out.
Okay, it does stand out, and not because it's like this great movie.
But here's the thing. Did you not have an absolutely enjoyable experience watching it?
Fun. And like, doesn't Velma reject Shaggy, or somebody rejects Shaggy in that movie?
I can't remember. All I can think about is that moment where it literally looks like a bullet goes through Scooby-Doo's face.
And I think Daphne and Fred break up at some point.
Oh god. Do you remember when it happened and we looked at each other slack-jawed? It was the funniest. I don't think we've ever laughed so hard together at one thing.
It was pretty funny. That
we were already like out of our minds.
Post 9/11. Isn't your entire life post 9/11 ironic?
My entire life is a post-ironic, post 9/11 masterclass.
That Christmas episode of What's New?
I don't know why it's its own thing. It's good.
It's mad though, I would say. Right?
Here's the thing. I think if you're just looking for like a random Christmas thing to put on and you put this on, I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah, but does it deserve to be anything more than May?
A real treasure.
Is it a treasure?
But like the bottom of the real treasure, in my opinion. I don't think it's mad. I think it's actually kind of creative. It's a really creative plot.
I guess.
The chimneys and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's creative.
Chimneys. What is this one?
Spooky Scarecrow.
Yeah, you and I watched that, right?
Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah. That was in a trait, I guess. I don't know.
You hate everything.
I don't hate everything.
You're cynical.
But just Treasure?
You're senile.
Like a Treasure is like a really good, solid movie to me. Like a solid movie. But I guess.
It's a 20-minute special. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'm more forgiving than you are.
He's a veteran.
Monster of Mexico. I haven't seen it,
That's
but
like the definition of man. Yeah, you and me watched it once.
Did we watch it?
When I got it for you for Christmas or on DVD somehow.
I don't remember watching it, but I feel like it's racist.
It was a little bit, you were saying. Well, I don't know. Maybe the actors were actually all...
Actually, now that you say that, I kind of do remember watching it.
It was like a chupacabra.
See, the thing is, whenever Scooby-Doo wants to do something that's not, like,
American.
Crackers in Crackerville, they always are like, let's do blackface! there's like, it's a pendulum that swings.
Laugh Olympics. Have we seen that one?
No, I've tried finding DVDs of it. It's a little hard to find sometimes, though. We have not seen the
there was one Scooby one we watched.
The Beach Beastie. Do you remember watching that one?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like we talked through it. Now that I'm thinking about it.
But it says 13 Spooky Tales. Let me look it up.
Yeah, but
let's do this one.
But also, this says 13 Spooky Tales, and this is a 13 Spooky Tales. I think they mean the Beach Beastie. The episode.
Okay, but can I just...
Yes.
What is it called, though? 13 Spooky Tales?
Just Google summer or something. Beach. Little factoid, I have mistyped Brain as Brian so much that I have named my brain Brian. Let me take a sip of my drink.
Let's see. Well, I think we should consider some of the other episodes on it when ranking it. Just because I don't remember that one super well. So it's got Scooby-Doo
Well, yeah,
and the
but, like,
Beach Beastie.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Almost an automatic winner here because the second episode it lists A Clue for Scooby-Doo.
So yeah, I think we should put this in a real treasure. At that
point. Just because it's got some good episodes. It's got Lighthouse Keeper Scooby in it. Pretty random.
It's ocean themes.
Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue Cruising for a Bruising is on it.
What is that one?
I don't know if we've seen it yet.
Go to the page. That sounds familiar.
Ah.
What episode are you?
It came out when you were 2.
206. So season 2, episode 6.
Heard you, Dad.
Our dad was talking to us through the door. He knows.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one yet.
He hates it.
Hang in there, Scooby. Scooby gets diabetes.
Hang in there, Scooby. And then, like, cut to Doki Doki Literature Club-esque, like, Scooby hanging from a ceiling fan.
Creepy Case of Old Iron Face. What was that lady's name in it?
Mama Miyomi.
Mama Miyomi.
Why did I reference that to you one time? I remember doing that.
Remember we were in the car going to, like, New Jersey, and
was it about a pizza place?
And we were, like, playing, like, some game where we had to guess the character.
Oh, and I chose Mama Miyomi.
And one of us chose Mama Miyomi. The creepy Tangle in the Bermuda Triangle. Didn't you like that episode?
I loved that episode. Camp Scare.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Eco Goth approved? Remember the random, like, hot girl that showed up out of nowhere?
Oh, yeah, that's going in the Eco
Oh
Goth
my god. I hate straight people. Guys, I'm gonna put him down after this stream. Take him out back to the woodshed with a shotgun.
What is hang in there, Scooby-Doo?
Because every time he sees a woman, he goes, oh, hits head with hammer, steam coming out of ears. Awooga!
Well, you remembered it enough to go, remember there was a random hot girl in it?
Well, I remember because she came out of nowhere.
Alright, cool school. Who mentioned this earlier?
So,
one of you guys mentioned this episode earlier.
Here's where my bias.
This is where they go to school with the. Oh dear God, peak fiction. Come on, in the likes of greatness.
Here's the thing. I think this movie properly utilizes Scrappy in the way that the show doesn't. Tell me you don't like Scrappy better in this show.
This would be the moment in a cartoon where I break the fourth wall while you're talking, and I'm like, get all out of this guy.
Can you believe this guy? I really love Ghoul School. Here's the thing. I also think, like, a lot of the charm is all the, like, young girls, like, having so much faith in them and then learning to, like, become actual role models and stuff.
But
it's really heartwarming.
I just feel like it's so corny and
that's what I love about it.
Can't be like
you're so afraid to be corny, and I was born on the cob, and you don't understand this.
It's just so campy and corny, and
the moment this straight man comes onto my gay ass channel and says something is quote too campy,
for Scooby-Doo,
you're leaving this room in a body bag.
For Scooby-Doo, it's just like all the monsters.
His name is Scooby-Dooby. I'm sorry. His name is Scoober-Dooby-Doo. He is a talking dog who's friends with a famous rock band and who teams up with Kiss, John Cena,
let me just
Bobby Flay. He goes to space and fights Alien, but them going to a monster
goes to
school
goes to David Cross's haunted castle. What was that one called that I wanted to look it up?
He's a puppet at one point.
What was the one I wanted to look up, Ethan?
This is too campy. The first live-action Scooby-Doo movie exists And Ghoul School is where you draw the line at camp.
Like, what animation did they use in that one? Scooby.
In what one?
Night of the Living Dude.
I have no idea. I've never seen it. You didn't know it existed until this stream. I don't even know what's going on anymore. It's our descent into madness.
Top tier peak fiction?
This is my channel.
Or Ghoul School? Spiral from TMA.
I love Ghoul School. This is a movie where like it's like a childhood film for me, so I get all those warm feelings when I watch it. And I also think that like in my opinion, it holds up.
Well, the problem is I also watched it as a kid and it doesn't hold up. And I remember not even loving it that much when I was a kid.
That's because while I've grown fonder to Scooby-Doo in my age, you've grown senile. You're like,
oh my
you're
God,
like,
I literally have David Cross.
You're like the Joe Biden to my Kamala Harris in reference to our Scooby-Doo tastes.
I'm Joe Biden?
Yes, and by that I mean you're senile.
I am not senile. I have class.
I'm not senile, but I also hate Ghoul School. No normal person hates
Okay, if you look at any real list, Ghoul School is bottom of the barrel.
It's literally such a fun little movie.
It's way too long.
Let me Google the runtime of this movie. It can't be that.
It's too long for a Scooby-Doo movie, I can tell you that much.
Ghoul School runtime.
If it's longer than you thought, we gotta move it down one.
How long did you think it was?
I thought it was probably like fucking way over an hour at least.
Well, every one of these is over an hour.
At least
3-hour epic.
At least.
This was the movie after Reluctant Werewolf, which was an hour and 40 minutes, which is a nearly 2-hour-long Scooby-Doo film.
They're
insane.
both too long, and they're both not my favorite. You probably would have put Reluctant Werewolf higher up. You sicko.
You
would have put Boo Brothers up if it didn't have a Confederate ghost.
Guess how long Boo Brothers is?
Long, right?
An hour and 34 minutes. How did they even do that?
How long is Zombie Island? It's probably a little longer than Witch's Ghost.
I would think probably an hour 20 minutes. Or at least hour 15. Hour 18 minutes. So, in between those. The sequel being hour 20 minutes.
How long is Cyber Chase?
What are we doing right now? Cyber Chase runtime.
At the tippy top where my short ash can't reach.
Hour 15. I think this is peak fiction. Everyone should go watch Ghoul School.
How long did you think Ghoul School was? Definitely not.
Hour 20 is what I thought it was.
Definitely too long for a Scooby movie.
How long do you think it was?
2.5 hours.
Insert the Clockwork Orange, like, eyes open with the drops. The Ghoul School being projected in a theater.
Not related to Scooby-Doo, but the last unit. Oh.
I love
Do you remember
the last
what happened to you one
unicorn.
time when you watched the last unicorn and you fell and you hit your head?
No?
And that's why I think that's possibly why you had a big bump on your head for a while. I don't know.
I didn't know I watched it as a kid.
You were probably maybe 3.
That makes sense why I don't remember this.
I just remember me and Dad were at the freaking mall and Marcy called and was like, Ethan just fell and hit his head. And
that's why I am the way I am.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
pretty sure you were watching The Last Unicorn.
I watched half of it on Tubi one time, and then it was during my depressive episode back in October, so I did fall asleep watching it and I never finished it. But then a couple months later, I watched it on New Year's Eve with Marigold. We watched it together.
Remember when you
I love it. It's so good.
Remember when you got into a depressive episode shortly after we watched Air Buddies Halloween?
I do remember that.
And it was
wasn't related,
it was
but
that movie that released the beast.
it wasn't related to Air Buddies, but that was Great timing. I will say though, because every single person watching this is gay, if y'all want to watch a story which, in my opinion, has probably a very dishearteningly sad trans allegory in it, go watch Last Unicorn.
Does it really?
There's the one scene that I think of specifically is the moment where she turns into a human and she looks at like her body and like her form and everything, and she immediately starts crying, being like, how am I supposed to live with myself like this? Like, look what you've turned me into. It's a whole thing where I'm like, you and me both, girl.
I just thought of an idea in my head. Feel free to shout it down if you don't want to, but don't shout it down. Maybe later today we could do a roller coaster stream.
Let's do it right now.
Oh, not right now, but maybe 6:30.
I'm still awake. Man.
Oh, shite. I thought you slept normal, and that's why you were awake when I got.
Honey, no. I've been up since 6 yesterday.
Oh, cravers. Oh, then you won't be awake then.
We could just do it tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Stop, that sounds so sad. The Last Unicorn is one of the saddest animated movies I've ever seen. It's constant, like, look how horrible the world is! Look what you did to me! But it's so good. I always think of my absolute favorite, like, line or, like, couple lines in the movie is when, the main, like, girl, or the main, like, woman in the movie, when she meets the unicorn, she starts crying because the whole thing is, young girls will see a unicorn so that they can make a wish to make their lives better, and she never saw the unicorn. And so when she's now middle-aged and she sees this unicorn, she starts crying and she gets angry and she says, "Why weren't you there?" She starts like going off, why do you show up now when things are already bad? And all the unicorn does is apologize because it has nothing to say. I'm like, oh my god! It's such a sad movie. And the soundtrack is so somber. Y'all need to watch it. It's so good. It's on Tubi for free. Go watch it. Yeah, that's what she says. She says, you should have left me to die. I can feel my body dying all around me. That's what the unicorn says when she turns human.
Forgetting where she was like, you should have
left me to the Red Bull. I can feel this body dying around me. Not only on the trans allegory part, because I feel not really human because I've been homeschooled, and while I was in sports with social interaction isn't really gonna help at this point. I don't feel human too. Much like I feel like a mimic instead of a human. It's such a good allegory for so many things. It's so sad. It's so sad. But you have to watch it.
But not as sad as what happens to Harvey Dent in The Cape Crusader.
Oh yeah, hyperfixation time. We got really into the Cape Crusader. We really
watch it. It's on Amazon. You have Amazon.
Y'all woke people will probably love it.
I wouldn't say it's that woke, but
Penguin is a woman.
Well, we don't know if she's a woman.
They confirm she's a woman.
Oh, she is a woman? I thought they said that she was a...
Well, at first they were like, gender-confused penguin, which is the funniest headline I've ever seen. Instead of talking about, like, a hardened mobster. But the director basically said, like, he did it because it's somewhat based on the animated series and the original comic run, and there just aren't that many female run. So he was like, I just did it because I wanted to, like, make it more balanced.
Keeping in, I know this is way off of what our video was really about, but, keeping in mind, like, the time in which it came out, do you think the original series would have been considered progressive in any way? In the time that...
What, the animated series? Batman the animated series, by the way, for those who don't know.
Or pretty in line with...
I don't think there was much that I was like, wow.
Actually, that's actually there was one episode. Do you know the episode where the kids are coming up with their own versions of who they think Batman is?
Oh yeah, I kind of like that episode.
It's a really cool episode. There is one kid who like just kind of like walks by and then like goes away. Like they're telling a story and then there's like a little interlude where they're talking to each other and he comes up there like, "Hey man," and then he walks away. There's a gay kid, and here's the thing. I will say this time and time again.
Said that's how you knew you were gay.
Well, no, but like, I think it's important to have queer representation in children's media, not just in general, but having like queer kids in queer children's media, because I grew up watching Modern Family. I didn't exactly relate to Mitch and Cam, the middle-aged like gay men that were just kind of jokes.
And one of them's not actually gay in real life.
Yeah, but that's whatever. It's like having something like that, like having someone or a character that was supposed to be.
What was their friend's name on that show? Pepper or Piper or something?
No idea. I haven't watched Modern Family in so long. But like having a character in a show that I watched that was like my age, like literally the whole thing is that they go up and they ask him what he thinks about Batman, and he's like, I don't know. But he like goes on, he was like, oh, the abs or something like that.
Wait, really? I don't remember.
He kind of just like drifts off thinking about him. Like he clearly just has a little crush on Batman, and then he just kind of walks away, and I'm like, real. I don't know. It's important to have good queer representation in media.
And Batman was gay.
Well, the
Even
voice
though he
actor
was straight in the show. Why didn't they make Batman
What a
gay?
stinky little thing they did.
What?
They should have made Batman a raging homo.
Wouldn't that have been funny if everything else was like comic?
Batman. They should have called him Gay Man because he was gay.
I understand that, dude. I feel that way too. That's why I yab in person usually. I had trauma dumping because I feel like no one actually reads something just about it.
Well, we'll say when people like do that sometimes, usually I do respond in chat. This is probably like one of the only streams where I'm interacting more with my brother than I am reading chat. But if it's just me, I'm usually reading every single message I see.
Did I tell you I put Finnegan in my water?
Drink up. Because I put cyanide in there. And Kool-Aid powder. Why did you just dribble water onto my floor? Why is this a consistent thing you do? You're 25 and you can't stop the dribble?
Why is she dribbling?
Also, get a beard comb.
Why is she dribbling?
I don't like the innuendo you just said.
All I said is, why is she dribbling?
And I said, I don't appreciate what you said. Why can't you accept that?
Master,
Hello? Oh, that was an alarm. That went off. I thought someone was calling me. I was
well,
like...
it's time for you to go to bed because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Congratulations for staying up 12 hours at least. Almost 19 hours I've been up for.
I wonder what your sleep schedule is going to be like in college.
Hopefully better. I'm praying.
You can prevent. Only you can prevent bad sleep.
I can't. Believe me, if I could prevent it, I would be waking up at 7 a.m. and going to bed at 9 every goddamn day of my life.
I wonder what Remington's sleep schedule's like. You should text them and be like, hey, do you have a healthy sleep schedule?
They probably don't.
I need something positive in my life.
I need something positive in my life. That's why I decided spending $200,000 on a degree was a worthwhile investment.
What do you think are the chances that you'll graduate in 4 years?
It'll happen. My mental state
As it's
Be
happening,
damned.
be damned.
Mental health be damned.
PTSD diagnosis, be damned.
Ghoul school be damned.
Stress disorder, who? I'm in art school now, baby. I feel a little embarrassed when it's really loud, but it's nice to be heard. Noted. Somehow I've been listening to the stream, usually I have the attention span of a goldfish. I think it helps because me and my brother also have the attention span of a goldfish, and we keep changing topics every 20 seconds.
I gotta do my workout. Hopefully you're still streaming when I'm done, but one more thing. Before I go, one Batman movie. That happens in several Batman movies. The two I would recommend, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
I would love to do like an actual like full-on like review of those 4 Batman movies and like showing like camp and stuff, or like dissecting stuff.
Obviously, the last two are way more campier, but the other two I feel like do have some camp too.
The last 2 were they directed by Tim Burton? The last 2 that explains it. The first 2,
The director was gay. I'm
right?
Sure.
The first 2 were
The
Tim
first
Burton.
two, but I feel like the first two do have like a campiness to them as well.
Well, that's just because Tim Burton was already campy. Well, I feel like the first one is a lot less campy,
Like,
and then it was successful.
Especially Catwoman.
I was gonna say, especially Penguin and his
Penguin.
gaggle of miscreants. You know what I think about? You know that scene where they terrorize everyone in Gotham at the beginning of the movie? Does it not give you live-action Grinch energy?
Oh yeah, sorta.
Like with the camera work? The cinematography? That being said, I feel like we should end stream.
Oh yeah, probably.
2 hours is pretty decent, and we did our little ranking. That was fun. Thank y'all for coming.
Bye guys, brain blast.
We had a fun time. I'm gonna go
Take a nap.
take a nap, in parentheses. I'll
Sleep
be
for
up
7
at
hours.
6 a.m.
You're gonna sleep from 1 p.m. to 6 a.m.
You say that like I couldn't.
That's literally 12. That's literally like
17 hours of sleep.
17, 16 hours. Holy hell.
Is it 17 hours? 17
I think it would be
right?
16 hours.
Hold on.
Because 12 to 6.
Well, because 1 to 12 is 11. Plus 6 is 17.
Well, if you round that 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock tomorrow. 12 o'clock tomorrow morning would be 10 hours.
What the fuck
No,
are you saying?
I'm saying, like, I know we're an hour ahead, but if you fell asleep at 12 o'clock.
Okay, but I wouldn't fall asleep at 12 o'clock because it's 1 o'clock, which comes after 12. Did you forget how
No,
time
I'm
works?
just saying, like, if you went to sleep at 12 o'clock, it would be 12 hours to the next 12 o'clock.
Good!
And then another,
Yes!
and then another 6 hours after that. That would be 17. But it's already 1 o'clock, so it's got to be less than 17.
What? Hold on.
I'm saying if you went to sleep at noon, and you didn't wake up till 6 a.m. tomorrow, that would be 17 hours.
No, hold on. Wait, hold on.
I'm telling you I'm doing it right.
I'm telling you, you're doing something.
Alright, so you need to write this shit down.
So if I fall asleep right now, 1 to 2,
Jeez.
2 to
Christ.
3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, so on and so on, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 8, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and then 5 to 6. Adds up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Jesus Christ.
Bitches hate it when I'm right.
1, 2, 3.
I'm proving a goddamn point. That's
well,
what's happening.
It's already past 1 o'clock.
Sorry, 16 hours and 54 minutes if I fall asleep right now.
Alright, bye, chat. Love you. Hail Satan.
Alright. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for coming.